This FAQ Monday is sponsored by Vikings War of Clans. What's going on, everybody? Fluff here with another FAQ Monday. Isn't Monday the most glorious day of the week? It's just really something, isn't it? First question! With your endorsements and being a YouTube creator, is there an openness in your contracts for you to play whatever you'd like? That's a good question. A lot of companies would love exclusivity within the YouTube world and signing contracts for a year or 2 years. There are a lot of companies that, ask for a year or 2 year exclusivity on stuff, but in internet land, a year is a lifetime. 2 years is even longer. And honestly, a lot of my own endorsements are contract free. Most endorsements these days are with a handshake. That's how most endorsements work. There are a few exceptions to that when you get into the really high level stuff. Ernie Ball and Orange Amps, you gotta sign paperwork outlining expectations of both parties. However, with me personally, all of my endorsements are void of controlling anything within the YouTube platform. I can do whatever I want for the YouTube channel at all, anything. I can play whatever I want, I can use whatever I want, I can say whatever I want. Now, touring and live stuff, totally different situation, and I understand that. Like, Balaguer guitars, I'm contractually obligated because I have a signature model to play Balaguer guitars live and when I'm touring, which is standard, and there's no problems there. Also with Orange Amps, I'm obligated to play Orange Amps in a live setting. But when you move everything over to the YouTube land, all bets are off. I can do whatever I want, when I want, and how I want. So a lot of other YouTubers don't necessarily do it that way from what I understand, but that's just how I've always personally done it because there's no exclusivity in YouTube land, baby. Come on. Are you gonna keep your Bernie Les Paul custom stock or will you modify it with some new goodies? That's actually a good question. I do wanna keep it stock. However, as I've gotten it home and played it more and more, I am realizing that the pickups are fairly microphonic. The bridge pickup especially is really microphonic. And what I mean by microphonic is its wax potting has kind of worn out and worn away, and you can basically talk into it like a microphone. And if you tap on any part of the body, it picks it up loud and clear. And so playing that through a high gain amp, it gets to be noisy. Like it'll pick up my phone ringing through the pickups, and that's not good. So I am gonna have to replace the bridge pickup. I have a couple of different pickups from Seymour Duncan that I ordered that are coming. I'm probably gonna try a JB. I want a really middle of the road pickup. And I know what you guys are saying right off the bat, I thought aftermarket pickups don't matter. Of course they matter. I was just asking the question. But anyway, I'm gonna try a Duncan JB, maybe something bare knuckle or DiMarzio. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with the bridge pickup in the Bernie Les Paul Custom. But beyond that, I plan to keep it mostly stock. Vikings War of Clans was inspired by the strategy and RPG games of the 1990s. And you guys know how I like the 1990s. What makes the Vikings world so addictive is that there is more than 20 million online players that are constantly changing the way the game evolves by never-ending fighting over resources, forging new alliances, and competing in live events. Help support this channel by downloading Vikings War of Clans in the description down below, and when you do so, you will also receive a free bundle of 200 gold coins and a protective shield. Also, when you do, don't forget to look me up. My clan is Riffs and Beards. Come and join the Beard Clan. Before your IEM system, what did you use for hearing protection on stage? I used to go through different kinds of earplugs and experimentation every single show. It seemed like I was always looking for something because I knew and was conscious of that I was not hearing all the low end that was actually there. I was filtering a lot of that out with a lot of the cheap foam earplugs that I originally started using. Now, I really like the Surefire EP4 earplugs that you can get on Amazon. I will link to all this down below, by the way. Surefire EP4 earplugs were very, very good. Stepping up from that, Eargasm earplugs are also very, very good and high resolution, and you can hear the low end, you can hear the high end. And eventually, I actually just went to the ear doctor and got my ears molded, and I actually have some custom molded earplugs that go into my ears like in-ear monitors would, without the headphone part, the cabling and all that stuff. So they're just tiny little earplugs, and they're molded and they go into my ear very comfortably, and I can go long periods of time or flights and things like that with them in my ears without even noticing they're in there. I didn't know when I went to the doctor, they told me that my ear canals are very straight and very small in diameter. So the more you know about your ears, but it was good to know because that's why foam earplugs were always so uncomfortable for me. So definitely check out the EP4s or the Eargasm earplugs if you're looking for just a inexpensive universal fit for your earplug solutions. Not including your own signature models and pickup swaps, do you ever mod your guitars to suit your preference or style? There are some commonalities with some of the guitars that I have. I do like hipshot tuners, and more often than not, I will change out the tuners in any guitar that I get for hipshot tuners, with the exception of like the Paul Reed Smith or something like that, or the Dunable that I have. I also really love Tone Pros bridges. That's the second one. Tone Pros bridges are pretty much on 95% of my guitars. If it's a tune-o-matic style, a Tone Pros is going on it. I changed it out with the Bernie. That's the other thing I forgot to answer with the Bernie question a few questions ago. I had to change out the bridge because the stock bridge actually moved around quite a bit. So I changed it out with the Tone Pros bridge. All the guitars that I get otherwise, Tone Pros, I just like the lockingness. I like lockiness, I don't think that's a word. But I like how it locks, and I like how it's stationary and doesn't move, which helps with intonation, etc., etc. But yeah, hipshot tuners and Tone Pros bridges, I would say are the two things that I really almost have to have on any guitar that I play. And now, Fluff reads a tweet. When I hear a reference to 30 years ago, I think more 1970, not 1990. Dang. My suggestion to you this week is to ask a favor. Total Guitar Magazine has nominated me for Guitar Personality of 2018. And if you want to vote, you don't have to, but if you want to vote for dear old dad over here, I will link down below in the description. It's free, it just takes a second. You just have to click, there's no signing up or anything like that. All you got to do is just click next to my name. There are some other awesome guitar players and YouTube personalities, most of which are my friends, worthy contenders. But if you want to vote for dad, that would be pretty cool. That's all I ask. All the pickable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.